Hello, my kittens. This is Arina Charme, and today we're about to unpack the wildest brain collab. So, by day, he's a psychologist. By night, he is a fashion designer. And when I say by night, actually by any moment free of work, whatever. This is already intriguing. But he is also colorblind. The hero of today's interview doesn't differ red from green, but actually that is his superpower. Meet Nicolas Egger, the founder of Swiss brand with poetic name TROISIEME Chambre, where storytelling, mystique, numerology, and also unique worldview collide to create style alchemy. But the question is, how do these worlds emerge in one person? Let's find it out before he redefines it in your closet. Nyko, can you name what is of all of these items is your favorite one?
Well, my favorite one, I like all of my clothes, but the new one is really something important to me. So that's the bag called the Magician, the Magicien in French. And it's a really special design. So you can put the bag like that.
And it becomes like a gilet.
Yes,
I find it so cool when transformational, how you call this, pieces of clothes or that could play different
definitely.
games.
So that was the first way to put it. And now I can just use my rope like that. Find another rope in there. Put it right there.
Do you put an instruction with the bag inside?
You have to come to me if you have any questions.
But
yeah, definitely. Way. So that's the way to put it in a more normal way. But if you are someone that use the bag for heavy duties or more bigger things, you can always use it like that. So clean this up, put it right there. Open it like that, and then now I can put it just right here.
Yeah, that's a relaxed way.
Yeah, that's a relaxed way.
Listen, I cannot have how to say it, not to have a temptation to touch it. Listen, but how did you come across the idea of creating an item that can be a bag, a gilet? And
sometimes the best ideas come from frustration.
Frustration?
Yeah, exactly.
You were pissed off with the bag?
Yeah, I was pissed off with
I guess you were in the airport.
Yeah, I was actually on my bike with some simple tote bag, and they were always falling from my shoulder into my front wheel. Which is kind of bad when you are biking.
Yeah.
So I was like, what can I do to have a bag that can really be close to my body? And then I came with the design.
How much time did it take you to create something like that?
Wow. That's the second version, so that's even better than the first one. But the first one took me 1 whole year.
You know, I heard you once said that the space between these rounds means something.
Yeah.
May you please show the stitches?
You would say it's stitching into circle, but what really matters is what is in between the circle. And this right there is also what you draw when you are doing some magic thing. For example, when you are in drawing magic, the magic in front of the magic stick, it's always in this shape.
Like little bubbles.
The sparkles.
Sparkles. Yes,
so that's really what's matter on this. Not the circle, but the sparkle between them.
I adore. Have you always been well dressed in your life, or you still can remember some periods where you look back and you think, gosh, how could I wear this?
Yes, surely, but well, I have to say that I'm colorblind, so I don't see color like everyone else. And one of the first things that my mother told me when I was starting to choose my own clothing was you always have to make sure you don't go above 3 colors. So because I knew that I was colorblind, I was always kind of really trying to find the right color to go together. So, of course, I do wear some bad clothes when we are on Sunday just to go drink a coffee.
I have never seen something like that. I met you by chance somewhere, and it's incredible. You know, like you're like Barney from this serial called How I Met Your Mother. He always was good on the photos. Like in any awkward moment, you are the same.
Yeah, well, I surely can remember some bad clothing.
Listen, but I, you have to confess. Maybe you had boxers above jeans, for example, or skinny jeans, or what are other fashion red flags?
Well, the skinny jeans, I couldn't wear them because I have some like fat legs. So skinny jeans were not an option for me. So
Maybe you didn't know that you have fat legs. How do you know about
no,
your fat legs?
I was quite aware with what my body was good with and good without also.
Okay.
But yeah, I can remember sometimes I wasn't really able to manage the proportion. So proportion is a big thing when you are into fashion. So yeah, when I was a teenager, I did some bad choice. I had some bad choice. Sorry. Yeah. The worst one that comes to my mind was I also wear sagging my pants.
What is sagging your pants?
It's kind of you have your pants under your ass.
Ah, okay.
Yeah,
So,
yeah, I
okay,
did that.
I feel better now.
Yeah. That's over. Yeah.
Me, I had my eyebrows very, very thin.
Oh yeah. But there's some people that are still doing that.
Yeah, well.
And they don't know that it's actually a bad taste. But anyway.
Yeah, well, maybe they will watch this video and know. Listen, let's go back to the roots. How did fashion come into your life?
Yeah.
Can you remember the moment?
I tried to lately. I tried to understand where it was coming from, and what's really interesting is it was always there, but it's like I didn't knew it directly. For example, I was a big fan of football, soccer, as the States would call it, and it was not really about the football directly, or the goal, or the technical aspect, but it was always the fashion that there is in, for example, how the clothes were looking. So it was really important to me. Then came the skateboard. And the skateboard was not, the tricks were not really what was interesting to me, but always how people were dressing. But I did not understand that directly. But when I started to be able to draw some clothing, then I understood that about myself. It was always about the fashion.
So it came very naturally, not from your family, and you were inspired by your father or mom or anybody else?
Yeah, well, I was not inspired by my family, but in my family, many
they were
people,
inspired by you?
Yeah, they. No. No, I couldn't tell that about myself, but it was my grandmother and my mother, so it was always on the same line of my family tree. They were really about fashion. What's really funny about that is the name of my brand, Troisième Chambre. The 3 is a big thing, and my mother is born on the 3rd of July, and my grandmother was born on the 3rd of February, and those women, were really into fashion. So.
Oh, okay, and you were on the 3rd of December.
And and sorry
you
about
forgot
that.
the most important thing.
Yeah. I'm on the 3rd. Yeah. So.
We will come back to the topic of Troisième Chambre, but as you touched the numbers, the number 3, how do you believe in the power of this number in your life?
What's really interesting to me is when you are a kid, you always have to find the thing that you like the most. For example, your favorite color, your favorite number, and it was always about something else than the 3 for the number. My first favorite number was 14, and I think it's because of Thierry Henry, the French football player that were playing for the Gunners, and then it was about the aesthetic aspect of it, so how it was written, and the number 3 was always like it was not pleasant on the really yeah, just the aspect of the tree was really bad. So when I started to understand that the tree was always coming back into my life, I started to draw the tree in another way. I started to like it more. And that's the tree that is actually written on my brand now.
Are you the one who chooses the third, I don't know, the third place in the plane when you go on the travel?
I'm not. No. It would. My life is already so complicated when I have to find the right clothes that goes together. So starting to see where is the tree, it would be too hard.
So you did graffiti, right?
Well, yeah. Not on the wall, only on paper.
Well, it's not counted. Nyko, it's not it's not graffiti. It's not.
I can't say everything on a video.
Okay.
I want to record right now.
At least once, have you been caught?
Never caught.
By Swiss police, no?
Never.
What would you change in the uniform of Swiss police, by the way, if you're talking about uniforms of football and other subcultures?
Come again?
What would you change in the uniform of Swiss police, as we talked about subcultures?
Well, first, I would change this awful blue. It's like I can't stand this blue. It's so hard. But I think that on the police car, actually, they have those white with orange, and there's something to do with that. So I would put more orange on the uniform and less blue, or a better blue.
Okay.
Darker one,
you think somebody tasteless created that? I see. Listen, if we can make a disclaimer, we didn't say that. We didn't mean that it's not beautiful.
No, absolutely.
We're just colorblind. And
I am.
Maybe it's not orange, actually. Listen, so have you ever heard from your friends that something like, Nyko, you have such a great way of style, of dressing. Don't you think about creating your brand of clothes?
Yeah, well, one of my friends, Dan Active, did a t-shirt, and it was the first time that someone near me was able to do that. And I thought to myself, is it really possible? Well, my friend did it, so I mean, there is something to do. And it's because of this friendship, I think, without really directly thinking about that, that this friendship made it possible to think that I was able to do clothing myself. So someone near me, Dan Active.
Okay. Very near you.
Yeah, very near you.
Near you and me.
Yeah.
Have you ever been told you shouldn't do your brand? Have you ever met haters of your project?
No, I think it's quite typical from Swiss people. If they have something bad to say, they do not tell them to myself directly.
And if it's something good, do they encourage you?
Yeah. I definitely receive more good feedback than bad feedback. Yeah, and also if it's bad feedback, it's always constructive. So the haters are kind of shy right now.
Remember the morning during COVID, you woke up and you made the real first step to the process of creating the first item for TROISIEME Chambre?
I think it started with the graphic design of the logo. I was like, what would be a great name to explain my way of thinking about clothing? And I always like what people will call storytelling. I was thinking about how can I directly explain my story, my way of thinking about clothing. And when it comes to Troisième Chambre, which means third chamber. And I was in my third chamber when I started the brand. And
you mean in the rented room? Apartments?
Yeah, well, I was during the COVID. I was in a studio, sorry for my bad language, but it was a shithole, like 16 meter square with a kitchen and toilet in it. So it was really small.
Toilet and the kitchen?
Yeah, also in the it was not far from doing my cooking on the toilet, but anyway, the first thing that I wanted to do was this football jersey. Because I always liked to wear football jersey or sport clothing, but the thing was polyester. Was not my thing. So doing some street clothes, but with better quality, was kind of my calling.
Yeah, that's interesting. And then during COVID, when everything is closed, no communication, logistical, how did you manage to stand up and do?
Well, less communication with other people leave me to more time to think about my project. So actually it was not that bad. Because I'm someone that needs some time to myself to come to my ideas, or just to maybe take some other ideas and make them mine. So COVID was kind of a great time for that.
But in practical way, how did you reach fabrics?
Well, that's really interesting. First, I wanted to do it in Portugal because my friend Dan Active did it in Portugal, and I tried to reach by email. I sent email to something like 20 different fabric manufacturers, and 2 responded to me, and the one that I chose was the same as Dan Active chose. I have to say. The first thing that I really did was reaching to the ring manufacturer, because first, before doing clothes, I had to find a way to finance my project, and I thought about doing a ring and a pendant in silver, and I found someone in England that were able to take my logo, and so at the end of COVID I had the ring. And then after COVID, actually, I did the clothes.
Did you have any issues with trust, since it was your first attempt and not real life communication with people?
Well, I did one ring first, and when the ring was okay, I told myself, well, I think it works.
Okay.
Well, to be exact, the first ring that came was not in a great package, so she came like écrasée.
Broken.
Yeah, kind of
the
broken.
whole,
The ring, yeah.
Okay.
And I sent directly a GM to the guy, and he told me, "Oh, my bad, I will do another one." So because of this reaction, I thought to myself, well, this guy is trustworthy.
I guess it's so cool. You didn't take it as a bad sign.
No, because it's a shit happens.
Yeah.
The real thing is how people handle it.
Do you have any funny stories with manufacturers?
Firstly, I have to say I left Portugal to go with China. And right now in China, I'm actually working on a new design, and I was FaceTiming the girl, and she was asking me about the new Lala Boo Boo. You know those? Yeah. And she asked me if it was big in Switzerland, and I was like, not for me, but the kids seems to enjoy it. And she told me, well, just check that. We have some new one. Do you want one? And she was about to send me some Lala Boo Boo just for free. Yeah.
You know that in Russia they are sold for crazy amount of money, or people stand in queues for 5-9 hours.
But in China, because they manufacture them, no problem with that.
But did you accept the gift?
Yeah, well, I accepted, but it's still not yet here.
What are your fashion red flags?
Skinny jeans. That would be a red flag for me. Big shirt and slim pants. There is something that can go. For me, it's not. I can't. And for ladies, it's kind of difficult for me because I don't know that much about fashion for women. My hot take would be, let's just give ballerinas to kids and let ballerinas to kids. So no ballerina, for me that's kind of a red flag, yeah. That would be my take, yeah.
You are a designer with a unique experience, unique main work, which is a psychologist. Moreover, you work with kids. Do you show to the kids your works?
Nah, I try not to, because I'm trying to leave my designing hobby or my work to myself, because it's kind of precious, and I don't want to make too much
Crossing.
Thank you.
But have you ever noticed among the kids, patients that you work with, somebody like you in the youth, in the childhood?
Yeah, I think I see myself, because I was I was a kid that needed a lot of attention, and that was not able to sit down still for a long amount of time. So I can see myself in a lot of kids. Yeah. And that's why I want to do that, because sometimes when you are a teacher, it's kind of hard to manage those kids. I understand that, but I also think that those kids need to hear from someone that they are not totally bad.
Do kids say something about your tattoos? How you look?
Yeah, well, firstly I try to have always some long sleeve, but summer is too hot. So when I put a t-shirt, they always ask, what is that? What is that?
And what do you answer?
Well, sometimes I told them that that's my story, but now we are speaking about yours. So.
Oh, that's rough. Actually.
No, well, but I also I don't think it's rough. It's putting the focus on them, and I think it's quite good, because sometimes they don't really have enough focus on them. So I think it's not bad.
So you kind of compensate the lack of attention they have somewhere at home or at school with the total interest to them when they're with you. I think it's very precious. Who would you name your fashion icon?
Well, Virgil Abloh is a big one, because of what he did for Louis Vuitton, which was for me a luxury brand without any meaning for people like me. It's quite amazing. So he really make me able to understand luxury, and to maybe project myself also into another aspect of fashion. For me, fashion was always about streetwear, and streetwear was not compatible
to luxury.
To luxury, yeah.
Okay.
And
sorry. So you kind of project yourself and going a step up and making already the Troisième Chambre more luxe line.
Well,
not for farmers anymore.
Yeah. No. It's always about. I think that you can't really invent something new. You always have to take an idea and kind of translate this idea with your own language. So that's my opinion about new things. Nothing is new. Everything is all you put them in your own language. So for me, clothing was always something that I could put in a language that was not luxury. But Virgil Abloh took luxury, Louis Vuitton, and make it his own. So it was like, okay, maybe it's also possible. And maybe we can do more than just a t-shirt. And maybe we can dream bigger. It made me think bigger.
Okay.
Or he allowed me to think bigger. And once it died, the step was so high, and the guy that came next to him was Kid Super. And Kid Super, it was like kind of a trap, because you come after Virgil Abloh, which is such an icon, someone that everybody loves. I never heard anyone talk shit about. Yeah,
it's true.
But he did a magnificent collection for Louis Vuitton. So, and now what he's doing also by himself. He did a collaboration with Babe, which is also a streetwear brand that is so amazing, and he used them to make his fashion show in Paris, which is like giving a shout out to a streetwear brand in something that is really luxury oriented. It's also quite poetic. So I like it when people take something that is from the street and put it in a runway, and just to show people there's also some style there. And it goes back to what I was saying, some farmer clothing. Maybe it's also something that could go into Louis Vuitton if someone can make it luxury.
And who do you think is overrated but tasteless person in the media?
And tasteless and overrated in the media. Great one. I have a big problem with Demna, who is leaving Balenciaga. I don't know really well who he is and what is the vision of Balenciaga and what is the vision of Demna. So I would say for now I don't get what he's trying to do, but maybe it can touch me with what he will do
In Gucci?
in Gucci.
Listen, maybe you heard about the huge scandal, Demna, shoots connected with kids. It touches two of your main things of your life, right? Fashion and psychology and kids.
Great point.
What was your emotions and reaction when you heard about this scandal?
I have to say, the topic was so bad, I mean, so disgusting, that I heard the opinion, and I saw some video that were explaining what those paper magazine were saying and what the shout out of, but I did not take my own vision on it, so I did not really look into details of those campaign and those things, because it's such a disgusting topic. So if it's real, well, I don't want to talk about them anymore, but I did not take the time for, well, the quick answer is if it's real, then we should ban those people from, we should put them in prison, and that's it.
You see how it's tricky in the industry. We can't know how it was the truth, but we see he went to the Gucci, right? And which is a bit controversial. And
the problem is also that there is not only one person in a brand. So Balenciaga is not Demna. Balenciaga is a big brand that made some big step into the fashion industry before Demna was in it. And when Demna designed some clothes, I don't know how much he has to say about the publicity campaign. So maybe it was someone that did those tricky things, those little shout out to some bad people or bad topics or bad idea, and he was not able to think about that and to see that in the campaign. I don't know about that, but the question needs to be raised. And that's because I don't have an answer that I can't really say, this guy is a fucked up guy, and things like that. There is not only one person. It would be too simple to say that.
yes, but still he has a whole team of editors in chief.
Yeah,
Helpers
definitely.
who couldn't not notice the nuances.
Well, take it like that. Today we did a shooting for the next bag of Troisième Chambre. We were 7 people, which is quite a big team for me, for where I'm at right now with my brand. And I don't know all the background of all those 7 people. Of course, I trust them, but I don't know what they did with all the different aspects of their life. For example, the model, one of the model is my hairdresser, so I quite know him. the other model was a friend of a friend. I did not know her before today, but I want to trust her. So when you don't really know all the background about 7 people, do you know all the background when we are in such a big place and such a big brand with so many people that have something to say about the thing? I don't want to say those people didn't do anything wrong, but I'm just saying because I don't know everything, it would be too simple to throw them in the trash and to put them in one case and saying, case closed.
What would be your advice for those who start their brand from scratch with no connection, no manufacturers, just like you did?
There is no more secrets. Everything is on the internet. But if you want some originality, don't go on the internet. Buy some books. That's really the biggest thing, because everyone is on Pinterest. So you will find some design, but everyone else has access. So on the technical part, it's great, because you can find some tech pack, how it works, all the information is on the internet. But for inspiration, go buy some books, do something different, something original. So that would be my advice. That's also where I'm at right now. I'm buying some books. Just today, I won some auction about some old-fashioned book, which is a fashion magazine. It was like 5 francs. So that's nothing, but just cool to find something old and to understand what people were thinking about what is fashion, what was fashion. And maybe there is some good things to take that from this book, this magazine.
Nyko, there's something I was always wanting to tell you, and I think this is the best moment for that. I think you're the person, the one who absolutely always looks like you just stepped out of a magazine. Always stylish, handsome, and I'm surprised you are not still in the runways or you're not modeling yet.
Well, thank you for the compliment. Actually, I think I do that first for myself, and it's also because it's well, may sound cliche, but it's a way of living. Like, if I like what I wear, I will like my day better, actually.
Pronto.
Ouais, pronto, pronto. Tu fais quoi là? Je suis en bas de chez toi.
Je suis dans l'ascenseur là. J'arrive.
Toujours la même avec toi.